Welcome Aries, it's April 2013. Dadhichi here again with your month in focus. Brief overview of what's happening in the celestial environment and how it impacts upon your horoscope. And this month the favourable influence of Venus and Jupiter, Sun and Jupiter, in your Sun sign itself is a pretty good omen. You know, the Sun returns to the sign of Aries around this time every year. So you should normally, generally speaking as Arians, start to feel an upliftment in your physical energy for a start, your good fortune in terms of the way you relate to people, and that's accentuated by the fact of Venus now being in favourable relationship to Jupiter, which incidentally is your 9th and 12th ruler. 9th ruler is a very lucky ruler. So this indicates contact with foreigners, contact with your spiritual higher self, mentors, teachers, and for example anything legal or of an educational nature is also highly conducive to good results at this time, I'm pleased to say. Mars, Venus, these two planets are going to be in conjunction also with the natal Sun. So these are also very powerful influences. Mars again is going to do a little bit more of what the Sun is doing there in terms of lifting your vitality, your recuperative powers, for those of you who haven't felt too well. And of course it's going to give you a kick in the butt to get out and start mobilising your physical being, move those joints and stop being a couch potato, at least for the time being anyhow. These dates, 5th, 6th, 7th of April, that's around now, that's when all of these planets start to really kick in. And of course depending on when you're born, the transit of the Sun, or what we call the solar return back to the sign of Aries, is a very important indicator of a new cycle commencing. New 365-day cycle. So a lot of renewal around, and that's also going to now take me to the next important point, which is the stationary retrograde movement of Pluto, which is a very, very powerful planet. It can be a manipulative planet. It certainly is an eliminative planet, and being in your zone of profession and career and employers, watch for what's happening in that area of your life just now. So we can see a stepping up of those influences. You have to be careful. Some of you will be working for employers, psychopaths that are trying to undermine you, to use you, to emotionally blackmail you. As long as you're aware of that, then you can know exactly how to deal with it. But this planet is very secretive because it rules the sign of Scorpio and your 8th house, which is also the sign, the zone of secrets. So you may not even be aware of that. So what I'm alerting you to is this fact. Just be aware of what's going on there, because this over the next few months is going to be an important element of the Aries horoscope. That's around the 13th, where that goes stationary. You'll feel the impact of it around that time leading up to that date. The 15th is a very important date. Venus moves to your zone of finances, and then you've got the what I call the combustion of your ruling planet around the 18th. That's important because I've said you've got this high level of vitality, but that could be diminished at that time. Probably because of financial issues. Venus in the 2nd house can show a bit of a lavish approach with finances. You might be earning a lot, but you could be spending a lot as well. Particularly with the favourable aspect from Neptune in your 12th house. So that's around the 19th. So these dates, 15, 18, 19, all to do with your finances. Then again it continues. Around the 20th of April we see the motion of Sun into your 2nd house of finances, and Mars as well on the 20th. So there's a double whammy there. These two planets, being fiery planets, indicate exactly that, burning a hole in your pocket. So be careful how you manage your funds at this time. That next month or two is going to be important for you financially. I mentioned that Pluto, manipulative, eliminative, powerful transit there, the secret planet in your 10th house. Excellent favourable aspects from the finance planet on the 25th. So we can see that that's going to resolve a little bit at that time. You'll have some insight into it, and it could be impacting upon your finances in terms of your income, profits, the commissions and bonuses, and maybe even some of the things like your annuities, taxation, superannuation, etc. So that's the month in focus. The last aspect I see here on the 27th is your ruling planet, Mars, in favourable aspect to Neptune, indicating that you can really start to make some of your dreams a practical reality now. Now for more, join me at astrology.com.au. We've got a lot of free psychic stuff there. You can have a reading with me, yours truly, or some of our other many psychics and practitioners. there. Until next month, have a good one. Look forward to your company here again. Bye bye.